If you're looking for a builder with some elegant designs, upscale finishes, and over 450 different floor plans, then you need to have Perry Homes on your radar. And that's exactly who we're going to be talking about in today's Behind the Builder series, where I go in depth talking about the builder, of who they are, where they're building at, some price points. We're going to take a look at some of their floor plans and just share some general information about the builder as well. This is meant to help you understand who the builder is, and if you're considering them, it may give you some reasons why or why not to move forward with them. So we're going to get into all of that fun stuff in just a moment, but if we have not met yet, my name is Brock and I sell new construction homes all over San Antonio and the surrounding areas. So if you happen to have any questions about buying a new build house, or if you just need some help finding that perfect new build house for you and your family, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I've got all of my contact information down below, and I would love to be a resource for you and help you out however that is for you and your family. So with all of that out of the way, we are going to be diving into, again, Perry Homes. We're going to be looking at who they are, where they're building, and all sorts of other information. So let's just dive on into the beginning part. Where did they start? Well, Perry Homes was actually founded back in 1967. So at this point, they've been around for about 58 years. And that is pretty incredible to have a builder that's got that tenure, that track record. And we're going to get a little bit more into some more of their track record information in just a moment. But they are a family-owned builder that started its roots here in the great state of Texas. So they've got a really great Texas presence. They understand the Texans' wants and needs when it comes to homes and build it, especially for the Texas climate. But recently, they also expanded into Florida, which we'll touch on in just a moment, but they primarily focus on the Texas markets for itself. At this moment, they are the largest woman-owned home builder as well, so that is very great, as the daughter of the founder of Perry Homes has actually taken over and is now the CEO and owner of the company. During the last 58 years of being a home builder, Perry Homes has built about 65,000 homes, so again, they know a thing or two, and they've built 65,000 homes in over 120 different communities. Here in the state of Texas, they focus on Houston, Dallas-Fort Worth, Austin, and of course my favorite city of all, San Antonio, Texas. Outside of Texas, they have recently expanded to Florida, like I mentioned a moment ago, where they serve 4 different markets out there. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to be focusing on solely San Antonio, as that's where I'm able to help you guys out the most. Here in San Antonio, they've got about 32 different communities that they're actively building in. While Perry Homes is a really good builder, they kind of cater more towards the move-up buyer, like, right, the person who's maybe already owned a home or two and looking for either a little bit more space or more upscale house, as they do have a little bit more of a luxury feel to their homes. They're not typically geared towards the first-time home buyer, unless of course your income levels support their homes, because again, they do have a little bit higher of a price point than the average home in San Antonio. And while we're talking about average price points, typically a majority of their homes are selling anywhere between like $400,000 to $550,000, maybe $600,000 range. So that's typically where their homes fall into. But they have a few communities that are in $1 million+ range. So they do also have that very luxury house product that they will build as well. And we're going to touch on some of the communities. I'm going to show you some of the differences in the different price points that they have, as well as some of the different communities out there, because I want to really show you kind of what they look like at the different price points, and they have a lot of different stuff to offer as well. Perry Homes is one of the semi-custom builders I like to talk about, and honestly, they're one of my favorite builders out there. I know Highland Homes is my top favorite builder, and if you haven't checked out that builder about who Highland Homes is, I've already got that Behind the Builder video out there for you guys to watch. But I really do like Perry Homes, and they're very comparable to Highland when it comes to that same level of quality and the way, so the same feel. However, you can really tell a Perry home from another home builder just because they have certain features on the exterior and even the interior of the house for that matter, where you kind of get that, hey, this is a Perry house and this is not a XYZ builder house. And I'll show you some of those design elements as we take a look at the desktop here shortly. But going back to the semi-custom, this means of course that you have the ability to make some design choices and structural option changes to the floor plans if you are able to build from the ground up. Now, if you're buying an inventory home, they do very well in designing these inventory homes and making them very attractive and appealing to everyone. I've got several videos of home tours of Perry Homes specifically from different communities on the YouTube channel, so feel free to go check those home tours out after you've watched this video. But with the semi-custom design, if you have the time to build one, they typically take about 6 to 8 months to build from the ground up, but you get to go to the design center, and at the design center you get to choose just about anything that they have available for that house. I'm talking about the cabinet choices, so you can choose like the way the door looks, you can choose all the door handles, you can choose the type of countertop you want and the color of it. You have so many design choices when it comes to the flooring, the exterior, whether it's the stone, brick, or stone and brick combination. You can choose the various structural options that they have, as well as so many different things. Their design center, you can basically choose almost anything. The only thing that's really not custom is like customizing the floor plan. Again, you do have some structural design options to choose from, but you can't say, hey, I really like these 4 bedrooms, but I would really have it, laid out this way instead. So they are semi-custom up to a point, but as I mentioned already at the beginning of the video, they do have a large number of floor plans to choose from. In fact, there's over 450 different floor plans to choose from, so it can be kind of overwhelming if you don't know what to look for, but there are just a ton of floor plans to choose from, so I'm sure you're going to find something at whatever price point that you're looking at. And again, we're going to touch and look at some of those here in just a moment. All right, so now let's go ahead and start taking a look at some of the floor plans. I'm also going to be sharing some more information along the way, so let me get the desktop on so that you can see these homes as well. And here on the map, you can see just kind of where they're building in these 32 different communities. Each one of those, pens right there is a community that they're actively building in. You can see they have a large presence on the far west side of San Antonio. That's just where a lot of new construction is happening in this city right now. You've also got some areas up in Bernie, which is going to be some of your higher price point areas. You've got some in Bulverde, as well as the New Braunfels area and everywhere in between. So they've got a lot of communities to choose from. However, if you're looking in San Antonio, you're kind of stuck to just the west side. But if you're looking in New Braunfels or Bernie or Bulverde, you've got a few more options to choose from on the location there. Now below this map, you can see some of their move-in ready homes, and this is kind of what I'm meaning by the Perry design style. When I see this kind of rectangular entryway on Perry Homes, I instantly know it's a Perry home. Same thing with this kind of style right there as well. So these are model homes, so you don't see the garage, but as we look through some of the other floor plans, you're going to see what I mean by the Perry standard. Again, here's the rectangular entrances on both of these floor plans here, so it's very consistent throughout. Of course, these homes here are a little bit on the pricier side, but we're going to be taking a look at a few different price points as well. But as you can see, here's one that's over $1 million, and we're going to be looking at some that are priced in the low 400s. So we're going to be really seeing a lot of options that they can really build here. So with that, let's flip over to their one of their 45-foot series. So one thing about Perry Homes is they mostly build on 40-foot lots or larger, whereas a lot of the builders, think of like D.R. Horton, KB Home, Century Communities, Lennar, all of those builders usually build on like 30 or 35-foot lots. Perry Homes, I haven't seen one on anything smaller than a 40-foot lot, and then in a lot of the communities, they have options for 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 80-foot, 90-foot lots. So they really have, a wide gamut of lot sizes, and sometimes there's communities that only have like a 45 or 50-foot lot option, but a lot of communities have like 2 or 3 different lot sizes to choose from. And of course, with the lot sizes, it kind of determines what size of a house you can build on it. So there are going to be some limitations depending on what the lot size is and where you're building at. So I wanted to start off with this community because it is a little bit more on the entry level when it comes to Perry Homes. They do have a couple of communities that are in the high 300s, and that's going to be, again, their base pricing for those houses. But I wanted to show you these. Let me see if I can move myself up here. Okay, there we go. So you can really see more of the homes. All right, so now you can see some more of the homes here. And this is, let's just take a look at this house. This is going to be one of the lower priced homes. You can see it was discounted from $473 down to $415 basically. Again, there's the rectangular entrance for Perry Homes, but it's 1,984 square feet. That's not a very small house. It's a really good size house. It's got 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Let's take a look at it some more and just really get a feel for what, this could be on a Perry home. Why is this not working? There we go. We're getting it. So with Perry Homes, this is kind of, again, the entry level, but this is the level of quality that they have. You've got the taller cabinets, you've got the 8-foot doors, the 9 or 10-foot ceilings. I can't tell which one this is, but they've got some really nice tall ceilings as well. So some of what could be an upgrade with some of those more entry-level builders, think like some of the builders I just mentioned on the 30 and 35-foot lots, what comes as an upgrade on those builders is standard with Perry Homes. They have a much different entry-level standard than some of the other builders. So this is just kind of an idea of something that they could build for you guys and what you could expect from an entry-level Perry home. But again, it is still very open. It looks beautiful. They've got some really nice design elements and styles to it, and it's just a really good quality house overall. So let's check out another community. This one's got the 50-foot lots. Like I mentioned, sometimes it's the same community as the house that we just looked at, but it's on a slightly larger lot. You can see a couple of other designs here, some of the other floor plans, but this one right here for $519,000, you get 2,500 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, and a 2-car garage. Fun fact, some of Perry Homes look like they have a 2-car garage, but it's actually a 3-car tandem. This one here specifically is just a 2-car garage, but I wanted to point point that out because they do have some of those that look like a 2-car from the street, but it is a 3-car garage in fact. So I personally like the black on white color scheme here with Perry Homes, but again, just a very nice quality house. I mean, look at all this space for storage and coffee bars and all that fun stuff. I personally like to drink a lot of coffee, so that's beautiful. I've seen, I think this floor plan are something very similar to this one in person. It's got a nice walk-in shower here, and I went way too fast. No, I didn't. Sorry about that. But yeah, they've got just a really good design overall. This one being a single story house takes up more of the lot size, so you don't have as much of a backyard, which can be a blessing because it does get really hot in the summer here. So the less yard you have to mow, the less time you have to be out in the heat unless you choose to be. But they really, again, just, you know, wanted to highlight, they've got a really nice open design. I love all the windows that they've got here. This is a, you know, a wood like tile floor as well, and just a really good house overall. So let's see what else we can find. Look at one of these 2 stories. This is a 2-story house. You've got just over 2,500 square feet again, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, and a half bath, so 2.5 bath. This one is move-in ready, $550. So let's check it out. Again, you can kind of see a lot of the white and gray cabinets. That's kind of the in style thing right now, but if you get to go to the design center and choose how you want to, you can really make it whatever color. I've seen dark green, blues, all sorts of grays and whites. They have a pretty good amount of color options to choose from. But again, just to kind of highlight some of the things that Perry can do with their homes. And, you know, we're going to go up a little bit more in price point and kind of show you even some of the more expensive homes, the ones over $1 million, kind of like the one we saw. Perry Homes, I just can't get enough of them. They have really good quality and craftsmanship, and you can see that hopefully in the pictures. If not, go check out again some of the videos of Perry Homes that I've got on the channel here, and you can kind of see it that way. And if you really want to, let's go check them out in person, because there's nothing better than seeing these builders in person and getting a really good feel for it. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we can find on here. Let's pull up another neighborhood. This is a different community that they've got. We're increasing in price a little bit. Let's see if we can find something. Well, let's just look at this one here. So this one is just under 2,500 square feet, another 4-bed, 3-bath. This is a 3-car garage. See how I mentioned that some of them look like a 2-car garage, but they actually have a 3-car garage? This is it. Let's see if we can find the floor plan for it and just show you. See, here's the 2-car standard, and here's the tandem. So that's the 3-car garage, and that's, you know, something fun to see because it looks like a 2-car garage. But if you like cars and have a small collection, then this could be a good garage for you, because then you can have extra storage space, or if you just need like a little workshop area, plenty of ways to use it. This one, again, here's 3 bedrooms with 2 of the bathrooms, a game room, and then the primary bedroom in the back, as well as some options. So here you can kind of see some of the options they do have on this one, at least, is just to make it a larger covered patio. Some of the floor plans I've seen from Perry, like this, it's not an option for this floor plan, obviously, at least from what I can see, but something like this bedroom and bathroom could be converted into like an office space if you needed it. So Perry does do some of those design changes depending on the floor plan. Of course, this one is not allowing us to do that, but that's okay. But let's look at some of the pictures on this floor plan, if it will let us. Again, very nice styles. The cabinets look nice. There's no hardware on this one if you like the pools and stuff on the cabinets, but it is a nice open layout, plenty of windows to let in some natural light. Again, the primary bedroom and bathroom, another beautiful walk-in shower. Just one of the things that, you know, they offer. This one does have that optional patio on it. So very nice house in my opinion. Perry, again, just is a very quality house, and they do a lot of things in the way of like smart technology too. They have like video doorbell, whether it's a Ring doorbell or something similar. They've got light switches that are smart enabled, or Wi-Fi enabled, so that you can control them from your phone if you would like. They've got a smart package. I don't know what all it entails off the top of my head, but they do have a few different things there. And so again, I mentioned we're going to increase in price. This community, I do have the model home, this exact home, videoed on the channel. It's a beautiful house, as we're going to look at some of the photos here. But this community, it's a little far away from San Antonio. It's quite a ways out on the far west side of San Antonio, but they're half-acre lots. So if you're looking for a nice house on some half acre, you got plenty of elbow room between you and your neighbors out in this community of Megan's Landing. But let's go ahead and check out this one, because it is a model home. It is a very beautiful house, like I mentioned. They've got some really nice designs on this one, and I just love the way it feels. It's very large and open, and it flows very well. This is the living room, and you can kind of see in the background, it might be a little bit hard for you to see, but all that dirt back there is part of this yard as well. So it goes out quite a ways, and you can kind of see it on the video if you really want to check it out. But this is one of that views views in that house, and it is absolutely astonishing just how massive and open it feels. And in the back is like a little game room, media room back there, whatever you would like to be, but it's just got tons of cabinetry, lots of counter space. This island itself is just massive. It's probably a good 12 to 15 feet long, if that helps you kind of figure out how wide that island is. It's just a truly beautiful house, and everything about Perry, they just exude quality. In my opinion, they have really nice touches, nice finishes throughout the house, as you can see again through this model home. But let's see if we can look at one of their other floor plans that they have available. Let's see. Let's just check out. Okay, so this is the plan, just like the model home. It's going to be a little bit different, but let's check out this one. Oh, it's not even an actual house. It's just a rendering. Okay, so let's look at a different version of this model home and see what it is, because again, there are some different design options here. As you can kind of see, it looks a little bit different. They don't have the wood beam. It's all just drywalled in, but that's okay. There's different options, lots of different things you can do with these homes to really kind of make them your own. So went too fast there. Again, just a nice bathroom. It's very nice here. But I don't know what else to say about Parrot other than they have some really good quality. And we'll just look at one other community. This one is George's Ranch. They're on acre lots out there. You can see the minimum square footage is 3,000 square feet, starting in the $1 million. So again, like I mentioned, the Perry Homes, they can build anywhere from, you know, a $400,000 house to all the way over $1 million. They just have really nice options and availability. And you can really make these homes however you want them when it comes to the finishes on them. They're just really nice. I don't know what to say, but let's check out this rest of this house. I've never seen this one myself, this model home, but it looks beautiful, looks massive, looks open. I like the two-tone cabinets there, large fireplace, that's fun to look at, and this looks like a massive island, and it's got cabinets on this side as well as the opposite side, which is nice. Becoming more of a trend that I'm seeing with the builders is where they add as much in the way of they can as storage for cabinets. It's a really nice primary bedroom. These doors again are going to be 8-foot doors, if that helps you kind of, you know, see how tall these ceilings are in here. Nice double entrance walk-in shower. Media room. They just do a lot of really good stuff. So with Perry, of course, you can see these angled roofs, which are a very modern design element in a lot of today's houses. And you can even see, of course, what I call the standard rectangular feature in the center of the Perry Homes there. But they really do have some quality homes. I mean, this one is dang pretty. If you didn't see it, it's dang pretty, but that price isn't. That's a really high price, $1.4 million. So they actually, let's check out that home and see what they have, if they do have anything. They don't have too much on it, but these are the interior selections, so very tasteful in my opinion. It's a very in colors, 3,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, 3-car garage. Let's check out this floor plan because it's something to look at. It's got to be. Got 3-car side entry. You've got a bedroom and its own bathroom here, a half bath there as well. Got a home office, another bedroom, game room, dining room, a large media room over here by the garage and the mudroom, open kitchen, family room. You can see the beam designs that are on the floor plan here. Got a large primary bedroom, 18 by 15 with a 13-foot ceiling. That's a massive area. Then you've got its own bedroom and bathroom off to the side over here. So that's a very nice floor plan. I wish we could see some actual photos of it, but this 3790 is a very massive floor plan, and for how expensive it is, it better be dang pretty when they finish it, right? So what I'm trying to get at here is Perry Homes has a lot of beautiful homes. You can really create and customize these to be whatever you would like. Of course, too, when you look at their website, whatever price you see when it says available to build, that means it's just a floor plan that's available to build in that community, and this price is the starting price for a floor plan. So it's going to be the base pricing of that house with no upgrades, no option changes, just however they build it on the floor plan is how you're going to get it for that price. Usually that doesn't include any lot premium, so if you want to do that, we need to talk to the sales rep to see what the lot premium is, because each community is going to have a different lot premium amount. And you can just see they've got tons of options at this price. But even so, let's go back just a little bit and look at some of the other floor plans, look at some of the lower price, because I know not everyone's going to be balling like that and have that budget where they're going to be looking at $1 million house, right? So some of of the other floor plans, like these are all move-in ready or move-in by November, so they're already selling homes that will be built in November, but available to build from 527. That's a 2,400 square foot house, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3-car garage. Again, this is, a 2-car or 3-car tandem. So again, from 526, that's a really good size house, and you get to kind of make it yours as well. Remember though, these are the base prices. It's not, again, including any of those upgrades and options on the house, but those are some of the others that you can build, and hopefully this is really giving you guys a pretty good idea of what some of their houses look like from the exterior. I know it doesn't replace going in person to look at these houses, but hopefully this is just to kind of give you an idea if it's even worth your time to go explore Perry. All right, well, I hope that gave you a really good idea of Perry Homes and who they are, some of the styles that they build, and even a couple of the floor plans that we looked at to kind of give you an idea of the general layout. At the end of the day, Perry Homes is one of those quality, trusted builders. They've got a good customer service base, and so if you have any issues with their home during the warranty periods, you do have the ability to get that taken care of, and they have really top-notch customer service from the things that I've heard. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so I don't want to share any more about the home and the floor plans. They have over 450 floor plans to choose from, so if you want to spend some time looking through the various floor plans and looking at what they look like online, absolutely feel free to do so. But if you would like to go check them out in person, please let me know so I can set up some time and I can take you out to those communities that are going to fit your budget and your needs, because again, as you saw, they are building homes from the high 300s all the way up to over $1 million. And so depending on your needs and wants and desires and your budget, of course, it's going to dictate which communities go out there to look at. Again, most of their homes are going to be selling in the $400,000 to $600,000 range, and they do have the ability, of course, to build much higher, more expensive luxury homes on top of the quality that they already do have. Now, Perry Homes, for the prices that you pay for it, in my opinion, have a really good high quality product. Their customer service is top notch. So if you have any warranty issues with the house, as the warranty period allows for things to get fixed, then certainly get those things fixed, and they are pretty responsive and getting those things taken care of for you guys from the experiences that I've heard from past clients and other folks who have owned Perry Homes. Now, while I'm talking about the warranty, they do have a standard 1 to 10 builder warranty, like a lot of the other home builders here in San Antonio. So for the first year, think of it kind of like a bumper to bumper warranty on a car. Just about anything that can go wrong with the house is covered under the warranty period. They don't usually cover things like holes in walls if you accidentally move some furniture while you're moving into the house and create a hole in the wall. But if an outlet isn't working, or a switch needs to be fixed, or maybe some flooring is coming up on the unfortunate thing, or maybe a cabinet isn't closing correctly, they'll come fix all of those things and everything else that's covered under the warranty. After the first year, it kind of moves on to just the systems warranty for the second year. So this is the 2 and the 1 to 10 warranty. During the second year, all of the systems that are behind the wall, so think electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, all those systems and components are covered for up to 2 years. And then after that warranty expires, then you still have your 10-year structural warranty. So all the foundation, the roof, and the structural components of the house are covered for the first 10 years. And so from the experience that I've heard from others, and again, from the folks I've talked to, they have a really good customer service when it comes to warranty items and just making sure everything is taken care of. At the end of the day, it is a home built by humans, so there is always a possibility that something goes wrong, but Barry is very good at correcting issues once they find them, and especially if you catch them during the construction process before you take ownership of the home, you can get those things addressed and corrected again before you take the ownership. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. Again, if you're considering Perry Homes as one of your builders of choice, they are a really great builder in my opinion, and they have a solid, strong reputation for a reason. So if you're thinking about buying a Perry home, or if you want some help exploring them further, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I've got all of my contact information down below, and I'd love to help answer any questions you may have, set up some time to go look at them in person, or more importantly, help you find and secure that new Perry home for you and your family. So with that, if you haven't already, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like this video. And while you're there, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you won't miss the next video I push out here onto the channel for you guys to learn any more about buying a new construction house, living in San Antonio, or anything else that I want to share with you guys about the real estate market for San Antonio and the surrounding areas. So with that, I hope you have an incredible day, and I can't wait to talk to you guys soon.